Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Shoofly Update Show. Got some exciting things coming your way this week in terms of some programming, as we just finished up that first week of our new cycle, mentioning a couple competitions that are coming up. And then we're actually going to be diving and spending some time talking about summer training, since, as you probably have realized, the temperatures are increasing. The humidity seems to be back with a vengeance. So we'll have some different tips and ideas for how to make sure that your summer training goes as well as it can. So with that being said, we're going to kick it off and just talk about programming for the opening of the show.
All right, y'all. So we did a great job last week finding those new heavy numbers for our clean and jerk and our snatch. Looks like that front squat, back squat cycle paid off, even though we might not have enjoyed all that squatting. So we're going to take those new numbers that we have from this past week and use them towards the lifting that we're going to be getting into this week. Those Metcons are going to be looking, pretty similar with the time domains as well. And you can guarantee you're going to get pretty sweaty, and we're going to be working hard. So that's the programming for this week. Looking forward. Of course, we've got our Shoofly liftoff. October 16th, teams of 2. We've got RX, intermediate, and scaled options with male, female, and female teams. So get your partner and get to training. Also coming up in July, we have teams of 2 at the Bull City Brawl. We got a lot of teams heading out there. So if you've ever wanted to hop in on a competition, they've got a bunch of divisions as well. So if you want to hop in, find someone at the gym and get to it. If you need help finding a partner, let one of the coaches know, and we might be able to help you out with that. And then a reminder for our new Wodify client app. It looks way better than that, the black app that we've been using, the one that's black with like the white W on it. This one is white and purple, and it looks pretty, and there's colors.
So besides a lot bigger on it, it's like, yeah. Oh, I can read what's going on the app.
Yeah, you can see everything. I'm not totally sure how to navigate it yet, but I'm getting there. But it is a lot nicer to look at. So download that, get to using it, and please remember to log into class. You'll notice that we have a good amount of people in class, and it's always good to know who's coming to what. And if you miss the cutoff because we start class a little bit later at Shoofly, just let the coach know, and they will sign you in on the computer just so we know you're there. And yeah, good job this past week, guys. It got hot.
Yeah, and we had some full classes, which was fun. And it also helps when everyone signs in to help the coach plan a little bit too, especially as we're navigating cardio equipment and barbells and weights and all that good stuff. So it helps us to plan ahead if we have an idea of how many we're going to have in class. So we definitely appreciate that. So we're going to talk about some different things that to keep in mind over the course of the summer. We've been through a summer already. If you remember back to last year, we pretty much spent the entire summer outside. So we know it's something we can do. I think everybody does enjoy getting a little vitamin D outside, getting their working out in. We have some ideas and some tips here that can help you to make sure that your summer training sessions go the best that they possibly can. And the first one we've got, and you've heard us talk about this a lot, is water intake and just making sure we're staying hydrated, especially with that humidity coming back. You're probably noticing you're sweating a little bit more at the gym, especially with some of these longer workouts. So we want to make sure we're getting enough water in. There's actually been some, I guess you call them research scientists, who've done the math on it. And the sort of nice rule of thumb to work off of is, if you're interested in how much water you should be drinking during physical activity, then take your body weight, divide it by 30, and take that amount of water in about every 15 minutes. So for me, that ends up being about 7 or 8 ounces. So if you look at over the course of an hour-long CrossFit class, I should be taking in between 30 to 35 ounces of fluids by the time I'm done with that class. So it's kind of a nice set point for you to think about when you're trying to figure out how much water should I be drinking based on how much I'm sweating. Now, we also want to make sure we're drinking beforehand and after. So making sure we're doing all of that as well and getting those electrolytes in as much as we can. A lot of great supplements out there, whether it's tablets, whether it's things you can drop in your water, whether it's Gatorade, whatever it might be, those can be really helpful too. Chelsea, if they're working out outside in the parking lot, we do have some beautiful shade sails that are up that are trying to provide some shelter for folks. But what are some things that maybe they can think about if they want to work out outside, maybe in the parking lot?
Yeah, so we definitely want to be under those shade sails if we can, just because they do have some UV protection in them. But also, if you're not wearing a sunscreen every day, even in the winter, you should be wearing a sunscreen on your face and then add that little bit of extra on the arms and body while you're out there. I know it's a short period of time, but we're out there like right when the sun is at its peak. So we want to make sure we are protecting ourselves as much as we can. And then, you know, the mats are going to be hot, even if we've got those shade sails out. So, and we're on the ground a lot. So a good, you know, if you want to bring your own yoga mat to lay down, that's a great idea. And then getting a towel to go on top of that yoga mat. So I have gone to Marshall's the past few years. Well, you know, because it's Marshall's, it's great. And they have these hot yoga towels that are the size of your yoga mat. So they're big towels, but they dry a lot faster and they take away the sweat off your face a lot faster than a regular beach towel would. You can always use a regular beach towel as well, but those hot yoga towels are really nice to just kind of, we call them ShamWows, to just mop your face off and have a dry spot to sit on the ground.
Yep. And then we start looking at how do we make sure that we can use the equipment, have a grip on it, especially as it's going to be a little bit hotter, a little bit sweatier. You heard us talk about chalk, always a great option. We do have some of the powdered chalk available for everybody at the gym. What we encourage you to do is bring some sort of plastic container that you can easily just throw a scoop in, and that can be really helpful. If you're somebody who likes the block chalk a little bit better, there's a lot of great brands that do sell it. Some ones that we recommend are ones that I've tried. Spider makes a good chalk. It's SPYDER. Trying out the Lift Genie chalk right now, which is also probably one of my favorite ones that I've used. In the past, we've had brands like Hand Armor at the gym. You could even go to Plate Against Sports and they had blocks of chalk there that you could buy as well. So they're pretty easy to find if you do a quick Google search or look in the area. If you get a block of chalk, it will last you a long time, which is really nice to put that in a plastic container and just keep it with you. You never know when you might need it or want it, but as soon as those hands get a little slippery, barbells, kettlebells, dumbbells, the pull-up rig makes it a little more challenging to do the movements on. So along the lines of keeping our hands dry as much as we can, you probably see athletes leveraging wristbands. I think these are probably one of my favorite pieces of equipment, especially in the summer, just because it helps keep some of the sweat off your hands. So it's very quick and easy to wipe them off or put that chalk on and know that the chalk's going to stay. Because once the hands get sweaty, chalk sometimes doesn't work very well with that. So there's a whole lot of options for wristbands. You'll see some athletes have some from Rogue. It basically is like they took the Rogue socks and just made it into a wristband. They're a little bit longer, probably fit about 3 or 4 inches. A new brand of wristband I actually really love is Element 26. They sell them on Amazon Prime or from the website. Super easy to put on, very lightweight, keeps the sweat off your hands. Nike or Under Armour make wristbands that you can get from Dick's Sporting Goods. They usually make them in sort of the smaller size, which is like, I think the 2-inch, or they make them in the longer one, which is 4-inch. Those ones are a little bit thicker. So depending on how your grips like to fit, they might fit over the top of them. And then Chelsea just brought to my attention that Lululemon is coming out with some wristbands, and I had to go online to look, and they are called the License to Train wristband. They look pretty snazzy. Might have to get a pair for some research and development on our end, and we can report back to you how they are. But they also look like a little bit of a longer wristband that's going to try and help keep some of that sweat off of your fingers and palms. So a lot of options out there. I would encourage you to invest in some wristbands, especially if you find that your hands get really sweaty and you get frustrated by not being able to grip things the way you might like. It does definitely help keep the sweat off the palms, allows you to chalk up and keep training during the summer. Yeah. So those are just some different tips we have when it comes to the summer training solutions to help make sure that even when things get a little bit hotter, sunnier, and sweatier, that you can still get some great training sessions in and feel pretty good about being able to grip whatever the equipment is and continue to move. With that being said, we did, it's a little bit delayed, but we did not forget about our May Attendance Challenge winner. We had a ton of people over the course of the month of May sign in for 16 unique classes. So for this month, or for the month of May, we are giving out a free t-shirt off the rack. So what we're going to do is we'll cut away to our May Attendance Challenge winner and see who's taking home a free t-shirt.
Over the course of the month, we had a number of people achieve that 16 unique classes. So you can see here, we have 27 people eligible to win the prize for the month of May, which is a free t-shirt. You'll get an opportunity to pick a shirt off of the rack and take it home with you. So we have athletes from 1 to 27. We'll go to our random number generator. We're going to pick a number between 1 and 27. That number is 24. So 24 is going to be Catherine Nicholson. Congratulations, Catherine. You're going to be taking home a new t-shirt.
And congratulations, Catherine, winning our May Attendance Challenge. So next time you stop into the gym, Catherine, feel free to grab a shirt off the rack. Just let a coach know so they can write it down on our new clipboard where we're keeping track of all of the shirts that are being sold, and take one home with you. So to finish off our Shoofly update show, we're going to go through some new faces and some birthdays going on this week. You've probably noticed an uptick of folks who are coming through, trying us out for class, spending a week with us, and then deciding whether or not it's a fitness community that they want to be a part of. And so for the new faces, so folks who are either working through or starting their foundations experience, got a lot of names here. So you've probably seen Alex and Lisa working through their foundations experience. Bethany's about to kick hers off. Johnny, Deanna, Skylar, Tim, Aaron Kelly, Jake Moore, Brian and Jen Slusher. So we have a lot of folks who you're going to notice in the gym working one-on-one with a coach, beginning their CrossFit Shoofly experience. So if you get a chance and you see them working, feel free to say hi, make them feel welcome. Once they finish up with those foundations experiences, then they'll be hopping into classes and joining with everyone else, which is super exciting and really cool. And for birthdays this week, we just have one birthday this week. Erin Paul celebrating her birthday. So if you get a chance to see her at all this week, be sure to wish her a happy birthday from the Shoofly family. And with that being said, that's pretty much all we've got for our update show for today. So look forward to seeing everyone at the gym as we dive into some more programming as the temperatures continue to rise. Helps us to get a nice little workout in, and it probably makes us feel like we got a good workout in when you're sweating a little bit more. We've got a lot of folks starting foundations, so we look forward to seeing everybody this upcoming week at Shoofly.